there, all of my happy horse peoples. This is Frosty, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 beginner tips for Ranch of Rivershine. It's been a great game, and for all those people who have seen contents online, let's delve into this if you are a beginner. Let's go. All right, so my first top tip is to go in and change your daytime settings to the I think it's very slow. This will help you get plenty of time in your day to get the training in that you want to do. Next up, we have pick a horse with potential. Make sure your potential is here in blue. And you want to make sure that you're picking a horse that looks like it has some decent skills, but also has a lot of potential. Like, I'd say anywhere from 50 plus potential is pretty good. Also, when you're picking a horse, another tip is just to look up at the traits there with the little symbols, see which ones you have for a horse. I really like the I think it's gourmand, which is the little carrot, and that lets you eat 2 treats a day. But also this lightning bolt trait up here, this is a vigorous trait, and this allows you to use less energy per competition. These 2 traits are my favorite, and they are hands down like super helpful. There's a few other ones that I like the ones that slow down the other competitors' time. I can't remember what that one's called, but really take your time picking your horse. You're here in the auction house. This is the only time that you're going to be able to have as many horses to look at as you want. Later in the game, you'll get to go back to the auction house to buy more horses, but you'll only get to see I think it starts out at 15 horses a day, and that's the only 15 horses a day that you'll get to see. You won't get to see anymore. So make sure you're taking advantage of this opportunity to really pick out the horse for you. Don't pick out a horse based on what its coat is. Just don't even bother, because there's a very good chance you're going to end up selling this horse in the future. So just pick a horse based on its highest potential, and then anything extra, if it has those great traits, if it has a good amount of starting training already on it, which is highlighted in orange, go ahead and pick your best horse that way. Number 3, caring for your horses. Caring for your horses is not necessary, but it is necessary for their growth and training, how well they're going to do in competitions. And when I say caring for horses, I'm talking about making sure you're picking up the poop, making sure you're putting down some straw for that extra 25% care, make sure that you're giving them food and an extra something to increase their satiety, and make sure that they're full and happy. This is really going to help you mostly when it comes to competition and just getting things done and moving forward in the game. Take your time. Eventually you'll unlock different types of brushes. You can buy these through George in the store. And I really like the soft brush, because if you got a brand new horse, it'll help actually give them some extra taming or trusting points. So go ahead and make sure you care for your horses. Train your horses in these arenas. In the beginning, you're really going to want to take advantage of the arenas that River gives you, unlock those, and really train your horses up there. Later in the game, you will get advanced arenas. This is just going to make training so much faster. You're going to get your points faster, rather than some horses have the traits where you can do it out on the trail and they'll get some extra stuff, but really these training arenas are going to help you train your horses much faster. You're not going to be spending an amount of time, and it does get a little repetitive after a while, because you've trained so many horses, and then you have to get more horses, and you train babies, and the cycle continues. And then you're really going to want to take advantage of these training arenas. Number 5, utilize daily race bonuses. Every day you can come up here and race various races. Now you're going to want to have your horse fully trained at this point, no matter what level, beginner, intermediate, advanced. You're going to want to use different races, and you're going to want to win first place. So make sure you can win. But every time you win that first place, it's going to be an extra 250 for the first time that you race that day. And then once you get to intermediate, you're going to get 500 extra for the first time you race that day, and so forth. And it continues to climb. Number 6, don't run out of steam completely. So you're going to notice here that I'm at a gallop, and I'm just going to let that bar go down completely and just run out. And what happens is it gives me an extra stall of a few seconds before it starts to regenerate energy, and that's not what you want. You want to go from a gallop to a slow down on your own. You want to take that slower because it will regenerate. You'll see here, I'll slow down before a jump, and it will actually regenerate the energy faster. So again, don't completely run out of steam. Number 7, slow down before jumps. This also kind of has to do with number 6, but you're going to see that I'm going to come up to these jumps and I'm going to go from a gallop, and then I'm going to go straight to the canter before I actually take the jump. This just helps you get that jump and actually not miss it. And especially like in the beginning when you're first learning how to do this, it's so important to slow down before you actually hit those jumps. You're far more likely to actually get those correct. And then on top of that, you're gonna grow your stamina back up, and you're gonna get able to get more higher speeds. So you want to slow down before those jumps happen. Prioritize your barn upgrades. There's going to be a first one pretty soon off the bat after you get through a couple of quests, and you'll be able to increase it from 4 horses to 8 horses. The next upgrade is far more expensive. It's $250,000, and it's going to take you some time to get, but you will get there. I actually prioritize getting that 12-star stole increase right away over anything else, over buying any kind of tack, any kind of saddles. And you want to get the horses stalls increased, because the more horses you have, the more horses you can breed, the more horses you can keep, the more horses you can compete with. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Just increase your stalls and make that a priority. Now, once you get your barn upgrades, you're going to want to also get that breeding facility. You're going to have cute little foals, and it's going to take a few days to get them pregnant, then get them to give birth, and then also for them to become a juvenile. Spend some time with them, take care of them, start building up their trust. And then if you get a horse that you're just not too happy about and it's just not doing great, then you know you can always sell it. It's great for extra cash. It's going to give you between 3,000 to I think 5,000 from the beginning. So it just increases from there. It's a great way to make extra cash in the game, especially if you're not doing great in competitions for a while, or you're still practicing and you're missing a lot of jumps, so you're not getting a lot of money and you're finding yourself really frustrated. Definitely take advantage of breeding and selling foals. I mean, that also goes for the wild horses too, because you'll eventually get the wild horse pens and you'll be able to train those up and sell those at the auction house as well. And that brings me to my last tip, my 10 tip. Do not get too attached to your horses. Like, you know, of course, grab some horses that you really like their coats, or you really like certain things about them. Maybe breed them to try to get better stuff and that you want. But there are just some horses, like I got super attached to a horse in the beginning, and he never, even though I kept leveling him up with potential, he never became a top horse or intermediate horse. He just wasn't growing. So like I knew I was going to have to put him into the retirement pasture. And it's like the same thing with this Perleno. I probably didn't say that right. I'm sorry. But like this color here, I got it as a wild horse, and I'm like super excited about it because I have not seen one of these in the auction house. There's a lot of colors that you're only going to be able to get through wilds, and I know she's a beginner horse. I know I'm not going to be able to keep this horse. So the only thing I can do at this point is try to breed her and get her into a higher level of horse, which is going to take quite a few days. It can be kind of frustrating, but yeah, so don't get too attached to your horses. There is the retirement pasture for the horses that you do get really attached to, and that's pretty much it. I hope that this video has helped you. I hope that you find that these tips are helpful in the game. Do not fret. There is a there's a little bit of gossip about this game being difficult, and I want to say I've played a lot of horse games, and these competitions are not easy. So don't get frustrated. Don't let yourself get burnt out. Take a break, walk away, come back, and I promise you, once this game starts to open up, you are going to love it. I am not sponsored, or I did not get a free copy. I have a paid copy by Ranch of Rivershine. Just wanted to put that out there that I am not sponsored in any way by Ranch of Rivershine, or do I have any kind of free or promotional content. This is just something I wanted to put together for you guys. So make sure that you follow me, subscribe, and keep up. And let me know if there's anything else you want to see or you want to talk about in future videos. I'm all ears. So thank you and take care. Bye-bye.